Hello, hello, everyone. Well, what we'll do, we'll wait until about six people get here, then we'll start with the subject. Until then, enjoy this. All right, all right. So, anyways, I don't know if any of y'all have heard the news lately or whatever, but there was a house explosion in Arlington, Virginia, 4 days ago. Um, Supposedly, it was a man that was a conspiracy theorist. It, there's a lot of things going on. Um, you know, when he was, what it said was he was shooting off a flare gun in his house. Multiple shots of a flare gun. And the SWAT team came and was going to raid his house and everything and take him. And when the SWAT team was about to enter the house and everything, the house exploded. Like the whole house exploded. Like hit a propane tank kind of explosion. Hey Joseph, how you doing? Gotcha. So this guy was supposed to be a conspiracy theorist. They also are saying that he was also a semi prepper. Nobody really knows who he was. Like, and with all of this, this is what's going to hurt us. Right? But stuff like this, that whole entire house exploding. If you look at the explosion of that house, it wasn't a normal explosion. You saw ember flares coming from it. You saw you saw highly flammable sparks in the air. But that's going to come back on a lot of us. It's going to come back on a lot of conspiracy theorists. It's going to come crashing down on preppers. It's going to come crashing down on a lot of people. It's stuff like this is what drives the government to go against us. This is what drives the government to look at us. Not, it's not every single one of us. It's only a few bad that actually, it's a few of the crazies that make everybody else seem bad. Okay. Because it didn't look like a normal explosion to me. I mean, what had to happen to make a whole entire house go up in flames and explode, sending shrapnel and everything all over the place? I mean, even if it hit a gas line, that whole entire house would have had to be filled with propane. Would had to, there was something else in there. I mean, he was right trying. The government doesn't need much, but something like this, you know, something that they could point out to that nobody actually has any leads to, especially what they said that they found on his LinkedIn profile. Like, he had hashtag fuck America and stuff like that. I mean, he wasn't in a group. He wasn't in, they can't claim him as a domestic terrorist, you know? They will throw them, they will throw him into the conspiracy theorist preppers. Because 90% of preppers, well, not 90, about 35% of preppers are conspiracy theorists, And to be a conspiracy theorist, you have to, because he was talking that his wife was a witch. He was talking that, like, he had one thing saying the witch and an alien was coming to take him out on December 7th. I mean, there's a lot of what ifs with this person. And they don't even know what all is going on with him, what all was in his house or anything, I bet you anything they're going to say that they found a hidden weapon cache or a weapon stockpile or something in his house, or they're going to find reasons to blame stuff on him to make everybody look bad, you know? And that's what the government needs. The government needs something like this to scare people. And you need to, you're going to need to protect your stuff. You're going to need to protect your castle. I mean, give it time. Give it time. And if you give it time, things are going to change. And they need stuff like this. They're going to start going after us. They will, because of something like this. It's It's a warning from what I see. I'm not trying to scare, but I'm trying to open your eyes. You know what I mean? It's getting bad out there. So many people with mental problems, and now the government coming out and telling people that there's UFOs flying around. Right, trying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, this happened 4 days ago. 4 days ago. With everything coming out, the government, the government knows what it's doing. Oh, yeah. We all do, Joseph, brother. We all do. But some take it more extreme than others. You know what I mean? These it just takes a small nudge to make a lot of people go crazy. And with the news the way it is, they will use anything and everything to throw people under the bus, to have people targeted. And you know what's interesting out of all this? The dude was Asian. He wasn't a white guy, wasn't a black guy. He was Asian. That's rare. That's a very rare thing to see an Asian as a conspiracy theorist. Most of the time, with the majority of conspiracy theorists and everything, they are old white people. And I'm going to be honest. Yeah, you know, this this is something that is completely unheard of, At least in America it's unheard of. Well, I mean, he succeeded, but you know, it's this one thing to drive fear, to drive that whole. It's a conspiracy in itself. It that takes a lot of. I mean, something like this in the news opens a lot of people's eyes to other people. You know, especially to people that are already worried about a loved one becoming a prepper, becoming a hermit, doing all this stuff. And if they watch the news, it's going to trigger them. And this is why preppers and stuff like that, this is why we are supposed to be solitude people. We're not supposed to make giant groups. We're not supposed to. The mindset of prepping and survivalism is to not show anything. It's really, You only really talk to the people that's close to you, and that's it. And it's just like, this individual, he was a loner. "What's up, Wally? How you doing? Hey, Rain sis, how you doing?" But this explosion that happened in Arlington, it's going to mark people. You need to watch yourself because I believe YouTube will be watching our channels now. If you're a prepper, if you're a survivalist, you need to watch your channels. You need to stop showing guns. You need to stop showing, self-defense tactics. You need to stop showing how to fortify your home because the time is coming. The time is coming where the local authorities will come to your house. They will SWAT your house. But right now is the time you need to protect yourself. We need to go back to hiding. And I hate to say that. I hate to say that we should stop. But it's getting to a point where now everything is being watched. We are being watched. And all it needs is somebody just to call the cops in your area. Somebody just needs to know where you live and they can call the cops. You know? All somebody has to do is say, yeah, this individual lives in wherever. He's doing a live stream right now on YouTube. His channel is blah, blah, blah. And they can track where you are. They can find where you are. It was, and I don't really go on this stuff, but my gut feeling is saying that you need to take care of yourselves. Right, trying. Oh, I understand, brother. I know. It's just, like my good friend Shadow, Shadow Scout Swede, you know, he's going to do a live stream tonight. Well, today. And Shadow has been doing reviews and stuff of his gear. He's been showing reviews, but he's in another country, so it don't really affect him because he's not in America. A lot of people that a lot of people in our community and everything are not from America, and if they are, they're in. Sorry, I heard some kind of alarm or whatever going off, but I'm not saying to be right. What's up, Hobbs, brother? What's up, Razor, brother? I'm sorry, brother. Oh, sorry. It's like it's about 70 here. It's about 70 here. How you doing, Derek, brother? But with this explosion that happened in Arlington, Virginia, we as preppers and survivalists and everything, we need to quiet down. We need to we need to stop showing a lot of stuff on our channels, especially gear that we buy. We need to stop, you know, limit the stuff that you show on your channel with gear. Like, if you find a new bag or something like that, yeah, a new tent, you know. But when you start talking about knives, when you start talking about guns, when you start talking about, you know, bows and arrows, crossbows, I know you are, Joseph, brother. I know. But when you start talking about, yeah, Wally, yeah. When you start talking about other things that can cause harm to an individual, that's when they start perking their ears up. That's when, you know, they're they start looking towards you. This world is going down and going down fast. And that's true. Everything's starting to be watched. Everything's starting to be looked at. There's there's too much out there to be free in America anymore. It's going to this right here is going to affect us more than anything else, because what is what is most preppers? They're conspiracy theorists by the government. They can be considered homeland terrorists by the government. Stockpiling anything will be looked at by the government. Oh, you're all good. You're all good, Hobbs, brother. How you doing, Dale, brother? You ain't got to apologize, Hobbs. Yeah, yeah, Wally. Yeah. We have always been looked at because we haven't had the government and the world sees us that there is no reason to stockpile. There is no reason to prepare for anything because we live in America, because we live in a first world country. And they call us so much stuff. They call us crazy. They call us, terrorists. They call us, conspiracy theorists. They think we're insane. And maybe we are. Maybe preppers are insane. You know, Maybe we are crazy. Thank you, Dale. Hey, Ozark, how you doing? Maybe we do have a screw loose. Maybe we are prepping for the fear in our heads. Right, Razor? It's it took this to open my eyes and talk to y'all and tell y'all this stuff. That everything and anything can change at a moment's notice. And that's what I've been telling y'all. I've been telling y'all that this stuff can happen. I've been telling you that something dramatic has to happen before they put a target on our back. Nah. How you been, brother? How have you been? My good old buddy, KY. Yeah. Now, now prepping, survivalism, homesteading, bushcrafting has a target on their back. We all have a target on our back now. And it just takes one person to call. It takes one person to watch what you buy. Oh yeah. The yeah, it also gets you out of some tight spots too, Joseph. It makes me think that it makes me think, oh my lord, get out of my coffee, cat. Ugh, damn it. I don't know what rat you've eaten or anything, and now you just drunk my coffee. Damn it. Nice to hear that, brother. Nice to hear that. Congratulations. Right, Wally. Yeah, Dale. And that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard for me because my name is Second Star Survival. You know, I don't want to change my name. I don't want to change my channel. But I think we're going to low key it. Nice razor, brother. Guys. Yeah. I think I'm going to low key a lot of stuff. It's I this may blow over. It may blow over. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. It's just, Wally, would you like to come up? Are you doing anything? Are you driving? Razor, would you like to come up? Right, Razor, right. I'm second star. It's all good. Take care, trying brother. Get some rest. Love you, brother. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. You're good. You're good, brother. You're good. Just knowing you're here is all that matters, bro. I would rather you be home safe. All right, Wally. Let me send a link. No problem, Razor, brother. Copy. Paste. I want to get a preppers panel going right now. I want to talk about this. I want to know your thoughts as being preppers in America and what you believe this is going to do. Right, Joseph? You're good, Wally, brother. You're good. But the mindset, what is your fears that this is going to do? What is your plan? Your backup plan? No, I don't want to talk about your backup plans because we don't need to talk about that on this channel. But we do need to say the truth, like that we're not. No problem, Derek, brother. Like, because this isn't going to affect other countries right now unless something literally happens in your country. If this gets wind to NATO or something like that, because even though we're a part of NATO, we still America still don't see eye to eye to NATO's thoughts. Yeah, like, you know, I wish Nos was up here. I would love to have Nos on here too. But I know Nos has been sick, so you know. if you wanna get up here, Razor or Derek, y'all can do this because I know y'all two are semi preppers also, but I know this really isn't going to affect you where you live, Derek. It's just, you know, and this is going to make a lot of us. This is going to make a lot of us. Oh my God, what did I do? Correct rate, Razor. People don't know. People don't know. That's why it's still here. But things in this world is not. Things in this world is changing. It's changing at a maximum rate. It really is. Like this happened 4 days ago, right? This has made people fear. This has made people question. This has made people understand true what true fear is. A house literally exploding right beside your house. Exploding. I'm not talking about catching on fire. There we go. Hey, brother.
Oh, hello there. Hello there. Thank you for letting me come on the show.
Always, brother.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah. I was just sitting there thinking. I said, well, I said, if you do that, then you're going to have to go like backstage or have a private show to do the survival stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
It, you know, this, you know, you know, my channel is about bringing knowledge, and not just like the other survival shows and everything where they go out into the middle of the woods and do 20 minutes of chopping wood. This is actual discussion. This is actual knowledge that we need. And other survival and prepping and channels and everything, they don't bring that. They make people fear. Like an older an older prepper survivalist. I don't want to say his name, but he it's not GG that we know, but it's another GG, and it's green, and that's it. But he's a huge fear monger. Like he makes people fear, saying that, oh, we're going into World War III, next week, and he has no facts. He has no idea of what's going on. But now, like the way that YouTube, like y- you know what swatting is, right, Wally? Like people people can dock your where you live. They can dock your address and all this stuff, and there's people that will hate you on your channel and call the actual SWAT team on your channel. They do it to like gaming channels and all the time, like people that play Modern Warfare and all this stuff, and like the police will literally come to their house, or they will kick in their door because they said, oh, you have, I don't know, say that they have like a 6-year-old child. They'll tell the police that, oh, they're holding a 6-year-old child hostage because they know you have a child in your house. And I'm afraid now that people that want to troll or hate on preppers are going to start doing that now because we are considered a threat. Hey, John, brother, how you doing? But it's now we have a new fear, and you know, I've never showed my prepper pantry. I've never showed any of that stuff on my channel, and I never will. But I've always helped people create stuff from like Dollar Tree or whatever, what they can get their hands on. But I don't know if I should continue doing that. What do you think?
In private,
Yeah,
do you think that they can find us in private, the private streams, or just do
I,
it backstage?
I don't know. You know, doing that because like members only. Like if I had members or something,
Yeah,
and people that do members only videos, they can still link that to your channel, even though it's considered private. And I know that it's probably not being recorded, like the backstage stuff is not being recorded on YouTube or anything, but it's still being recorded somehow. And all they need to do is get permission through StreamYard to watch backstage stuff, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. Like Razor said, Gmail isn't secure either.
Well, I'm not going to say who,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to say what, and I'm not going to put names to it.
Right.
But there is a group of the military,
Hmm.
and like you can use keywords. I'm not even going to say the keywords, but you can use keywords. When you
Yep.
use them keywords, it it goes to a computer somewhere, and then bam, next thing you know, you got about 500 people watching your channel.
Yep. Yep. That algorithm and
Yep, yep,
yeah, it's that's why I don't do it. I
yep.
don't link to any of that stuff, you know, because my stuff is only for the people that found me and subscribe to me, you know? Like I don't need I don't care if you're a prepper or not, but I prefer people that want to learn prepping to come to my channel, you know? And I could have been a sellout a long time ago, you know, and I could have had thousands of people, but I don't want that. I I only care about my small knit family.
Yeah, me
And
too.
yeah, and that's why I'm doing this. And I know just from the title of this, it's probably going to go into the algorithm just because of the title I put on it. And just saying, the Arlington, Virginia, it'd be one of those, like, if you put one of those, tag titles on it.
Did you find out why it was blowed up? It blew up?
Yeah, it went up. The whole entire house went up like a C4 blew up.
That's what
And
I said, C4.
yeah, but they're saying that it went up because he fired 30 to 40 flare gun rounds into the house, and that there was a pipe, a gas line in the
Yep,
house that blew it up. And I
yep,
was like,
gas.
no. Well, it couldn't be gas, because when you see the explosion going on, there was high temperature.
Right, that's what I said. That's
Yeah,
exactly what I said. I said a meth lab or C4
right.
because it was
And
explosive.
yeah, it
And
was
I'm not,
so explosive. Well, it was so explosive, it literally busted out like 6 cop cars ballistic windows. So, I mean, a force like that isn't going to be from a propane. And I've seen propane blow up in Tennessee. It's nothing like that. It's a
yeah, it'll blow the
gigantic,
windows out, but I don't
yeah,
think it'll blow the roof off the house. I could
but
be
it's
wrong.
a continuous
Right,
flame.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. And this was just a ball of flame up into the air, and then it dispersed. So, and he was a conspiracy theorist, and there's no way that they're going to be able to find any. They said even finding his body, they only found a few body parts of him inside the house. So,
Damn.
yeah, and they were completely charred. Like, it. So
So
if
they're
there
not
was
gonna.
any guns, oh, go ahead. What?
No. So they're not even gonna know it was his body until they do DNA on it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yep. And and they're already claiming that he was a quote unquote conspiracy theorist. So, and
Ain't
when
we
you look
all?
up, yeah,
And they call us a conspiracy theorist just because we question the government. But
yep,
ain't we the people, the government?
yep,
And they are the people that work for us? Not no more.
right.
Not
Oh
no
no,
more.
but you know, it's also, if you look at the title of what happened and everything, supposedly the police went there to do a search of his property. What kind of search were they there to do? You know, then the most recent report of it was that they were called there because a neighbor said that weapons were being discharged there. If anybody's ever shot a flare gun is a single use item that you have to
Take 30
refill.
seconds. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
How
it?
can
30? Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost 30 seconds. It's like
Yeah.
a mule shotgun, the breakdown mule shotgun, single
Yeah.
shot. And you have to reload it and fire it again. There is not a person fast enough to fire off 40 flare rounds inside of their house and not catch something on fire, because it burns for a good 5 to 10 minutes. So that house should have already blew up if there was a gas line leak, or if he if he turned on his gas stove or whatever, it would have went up on the first shot, not the 40th or 50th shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they're covering up something that went on there. And that's why none of it adds up. None of it adds up. Especially with how they say it, especially how they're wording it, and they're changing it every time. What's up, Frostbite, brother?
Oh, Frostbite. Yeah, it's a cool name. Ah,
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. But the explosion to take out a whole entire house. I mean, even one C4 would have just blown out the front of the house, not the whole entire house.
well, I was thinking C4.
Unless
Yeah.
maybe, or he shot a flare into his arsenal. I mean, if
Well,
you have
yeah.
one C4, you have more C4. You know, you don't just stop at one if you can get your hands on C4.
Yeah, because it's like cake. Oh, actually, it would be like, actually, it puts me in the mind of a block of Philadelphia cream cheese.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, just a little bit firmer, not as hard. And you can chop off whatever size you just weigh it out what you want to blow up and then stick your blasting cap in it.
yep. And you know, he had to have he had to have multiple types of explosives in that place, because even if you watch the explosion itself, there is no after burning in it, like in the house at all. It was just completely like the concussive force of it. If there was any flames or whatever, it the concussive force of just the blast itself put out all the fire.
Yeah.
Um, it was
And then
that powerful.
the person filming it was what? Across the street and two or three doors diagonal.
It, I mean, and they, you know, you didn't see any shake or anything on her camera, you know?
No.
So eh, it's there's too many questions to this scenario, and this is what the government was needing. This is what the government was needing to go against certain politicians, to go against, you know, what happened during a certain politician's, you know, reign when he was in office. And it just goes to show you that preppers come in all shapes and forms. Like, it's not just right wing or left wing or in the middle. You know, this person is going to be considered a homeland terrorist because of his posts on LinkedIn that was deleted a day before this incident happened. Hey Debbie, how you doing?
Deb.
But it's this is a conspiracy theory in itself, you know. Eh, But what do you think? Like, in your opinion, what do you think this is going to happen? Like to everybody, you know, especially a lot of people in the South, you know, like where we grew up poor and we grew up, you know, canning and prepping and everything. I'll let you take the floor on that, brother.
Yeah, my grandmother had we had two holes dug into the ground. I mean, into the side of the cliff to where we kept stuff. One of them had ice in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't even believe in electric. We had a generator, and in the
Mm.
bottom of the house where the basement goes was nothing but a water tank.
Yep. I've seen that. I saw that plenty of times.
Yeah,
It's just, you know, this is going to hurt a lot of people that were, especially my generation, that was raised in the South, that was raised to, you know, by their grandparents and everything. To this is the way of life was, and now with people hunting down, I mean, it's not like they sent out an executive order to hunt down preppers or anything, but but I
uh,
mean, it's close enough. You know what I mean? Like this is this is all they needed. They're already going after people that bought, you know, the AR-15s. They're going after people that have, you know, modified handguns. They're going after people, and now this happened, and they're not even done. They're not even done with the laws on handguns.
no,
And now it's like, now you can't even go to a military. Now they're probably going to stop the military from doing military auctions. So that means they're going to shut down hundreds and hundreds of small businesses that do, you know, army surplus, you know, and it's like most of the army surplus is here. They can't, and I mean, when you leave the military now, you have to return everything that you got unless you bought it with your own money. Like your military issue, you know, bags, your military issue, you know, duty belt, everything. It all goes back to the military. You cannot leave with it anymore and sell it or, you know, give it to somebody else or anything. Um, and now all they have to do is say that he got any of this from the military surplus, and that's going to kill thousands of mom and pop businesses.
yeah, which is what we lost a lot of in Corona.
Yep. Hey Sophie, how you doing? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Razor. Yeah. I mean, with the 3D printer, you can make it. There's a guy that created a program with a 3D printer that is a 3D printed knife that is sharper, and it's as sharp as a laser etched, um, like surgical blade. And you can take it on airplanes. You could take it, you know, through security, everything. And 3D printing is more dangerous than anything else.
Yeah, wait till they figure out how to 3D print a gun and use a fart for propellant.
Oh, they've
Yeah,
got it. They've already made 3D printed guns, Wally.
I know, but yeah,
Mhm.
I was referring to the fart for propellant to push the projectile. You
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I mean
I
that
mean,
was a joke part, but we don't know how far that goes.
right.
You
I
know,
mean, what if they can make 3D printed bullets? I mean, right now the 3D printed guns and everything that they make and that they make right now, you have to use real ammo with. But what if they're able to make a 3D printed casing? Look at shotgun shells. Shotgun shells can be reformed and remade out of that thin piece of plastic, and all you do is put a new blast cap in it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Yeah. Now your shotgun shells is good for about 6 to 8 reloads. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess some of the plastic shells, some of the casings are better than the others, you
right.
know. But think about the brass shells, how
Yeah.
long they last without cracking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And if they could figure a way to make a 3D printed bullet with a 3D printed, all you have to do, I mean, if it's able to withstand the explosion from the gunpowder, you could walk anywhere with a 3D printed gun and a 3D printed bullet, and nobody would ever know that you had something. And that's scary in itself. What are you gonna do over the weekend, Sophie says? Yeah, Joseph, if there's a will, there's a way to do anything. I mean, we we're in danger. Oh, like we're seriously in danger. I mean, anybody can afford anybody can afford a $500 3D printer. And with so much stuff being made, you can make 3D printed brass knuckles. And there was a person that made a 3D printed nunchuck set.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, I I don't know. I don't know. There's more and more, and I can understand. I can seriously understand the government's fear on some things, but they need to look at the things that can get past security, things that can get past metal detectors. The stuff that they're looking at right now, like real guns and everything, that can easily be caught by a metal detector. But a 3D printed plastic weapon, you can get that anywhere. You can get that past anything, and it's not going to ring up. Yeah, Razor. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, oh yeah, Sophie. Yeah, Sophie, you can kill somebody with a number two pencil, but you don't see schools
Right.
banning wooden pencils. You don't. It's a writing implement. Even a mechanical pencil. I remember in my school, because of so many accidents with pencils, like there was one student and everything that was running to class and everything, tripped and fell and had 3 pencils in his hand, and all 3 of them went into his shoulder and got lodged into his shoulder. And you know it, they were banning wooden pencils because of the lead and the wood, and if it snapped off they would have to have surgery. And I've seen people get stabbed in the eyeball with a pencil, like, and that's just as deadly as anything else. Yeah. The, the, the
Think of
government. Oh, go ahead, brother.
no. I was just sitting there thinking, for $20, you can buy a nice assortment of baby swords.
Yeah,
Now you think, yeah, and then think about how many people. Oh my God, think about the damage you could do with a sword.
yeah,
And I've got
yeah,
two of them. Yeah, I mean, you could just, I mean, just go out and people and just start lopping off heads, or at
yeah.
least cutting the jugular. I mean, just, oh God, yeah.
I
So,
mean, even those like when you go to conventions and everything, they have those like anime blade, anime swords and stuff like that. They're sharpened to a razor's edge, and they sell this to 10-year-olds, 15-year-olds, and all they need is just somebody to piss them off and take it to
yep,
school.
Sophie.
Even if it breaks out the wood use. I mean, if you could lop somebody's head off or at least have a sharp enough blade to cut somebody's throat with it that's death right there. Even if it broke afterwards. Oh well. You did what it did what it was supposed to do.
Yep,
Hey, so yeah, like what Sophie said, she said she had a pencil go in her hand and you can still see the mark in it. Yeah. And good luck on that Christmas tree green hair dye, Sophie says. Chad. Oh, thank you,
yeah.
Chad. Thank
I'm having Chad fits. I've not had a Chad show in a long time. I'm having Chad fits. I'm
you. I
Chad
know.
E10, D10.
Miss you, Chad. We miss you, brother.
Yes, bad. Miss you.
Yes.
Yes.
Even missing the old, you and your little remote controlled Bronco videos or your glamping videos. Did you see his glamping video, glamping short he did, Wally, with his whole entire like solar panel hookup and
I've seen
his
it. Yeah.
radio?
I
Yes.
get to catch the ones that come on live because I am so
Yeah.
busy. I see mainly the lives, and it's hard for me to go back with
Yeah.
the older ones and watch some of the older ones unless I just set a Pacific date and just sit back and pick one channel and watch the videos, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I understand. Trust me.
And now, since I've been forced into retirement, uh, they
Yeah.
say I'm too old to work. I fell asleep at work, and then they made me. The boss says, "You don't look too good," and I
Yeah.
really do need a doctor's note saying you're okay to work because I'm almost 63 years old, and they found a bump on my head.
Right.
So yeah, but that ain't what caused me to go to sleep. I went
No.
to sleep because I was tired, and there was like 20 people to get their cars loaded to deliver groceries. So I took a
Right.
nap.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I people all we are in America anymore is cash cows. That's all we
Yeah.
are.
That's it.
And
Exactly it.
when it's time to put you to pasture, they're ready to do it in a heartbeat. Right.
Yep. Here's $900. Live on it.
Right.
Though we
Yeah.
took millions from you.
Mhm. It's stupid. You give your whole entire life working only to
To
see,
taxes.
yeah, to taxes,
Yeah.
to medical, to, your retirement, all this stuff. And they give you a specific amount a month. that you're supposed to live on, and it's a quarter of what you made when you were working. A quarter.
Right.
And they're like, oh, well, you should have planned better with your retirement. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
You
all
took
that
it all in
money?
taxes. Yeah, you took
Yeah,
it all in taxes.
yeah, yeah. And this is all I get back.
Yep.
Like, I've seen, you know, in Tennessee, it had the worst retirement. My dad has been fighting with retirement. He had to take early retirement back in the 80s because he worked at Chattanooga Glass that made the Coca-Cola bottles and Pepsi bottles and everything.
Yeah.
And they didn't have safety. They didn't have safety protocols and everything. There was broken glass and everything all over the floor and all this stuff. And he slipped off a ladder and landed on a pile of broken glass and cut his back
Ow.
up and everything. And in the 80s, they were giving him $250 a month to live on and feed a family of 4. And it was like, and that was in the 80s. And I know you could buy a hamburger for like $1 or $2 back then, but that $1 or $2, when you were making 50 cents an hour, is ridiculous. And then they moved him up in the 90s to $720. And then in 2001 they moved him up to $780. And I think right now he's hitting $800 a month to pay for his house, pay for all his bills, his car, everything, groceries, with
Yeah.
$800 a month. But I'm glad you'll be doing more glamping videos, Chad, brother.
Glamping. Oh.
Well, I haven't been up there to teach him how to, actual, not glamp.
And see Sophie's point there about the healthcare,
Mm-hmm.
because they
Yeah.
tax you when you get paid. They
Yeah.
tax you when you buy stuff. They tax you when you own stuff. They property tax you. They
Yep.
tax you when you sell stuff. I
We
mean,
also
it's
have
ridiculous.
HOAs. We also
Yeah.
have HOAs. If you buy a house, or if your neighborhood and everything all admits to go into an HOA because they tell you that it's going to keep your house pricing, where it's at, you still have to pay almost $300 a month even after you pay off your house. And it's like a car payment every month that just to live in your house. And if you don't pay it, they can force you to sell your house and move, take you to court, and make you move out of the community. Even if you've been there 30 years, they can make you move. Like, America is stupid. This is why a lot of people are leaving America and going elsewhere. But no other country wants us. And I don't blame them. Like, if you move to the Philippines, all right, and you're American, I mean, you could do it. You could do it, Wally, because you're retired and now you're getting a monthly check. You could get a
Oh, I
house
probably
and
won't for a
everything.
year. Yeah, William
Oh
said it'd
yeah.
be about a year.
Oh
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Wow. But you know, once you get retirement, you could move to the Philippines and own like a 3-bedroom house, and all utilities and everything for like $100 a month. But the thing is in the Philippines, because you're American, you can't own a house in the Philippines. You can't buy a house. You have to rent it. You have to marry a Philippine person to be able to own land, and you still can't own it. They own it, not you, because they're the resident there.
That reminds me of Clayton Morris and what he went through. Ah,
Yeah,
Clayton Morris. Yeah. The Fox
yeah,
guy
yeah,
from Fox Family and Friends. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
He got into a bad real estate deal and was left holding
Mhm.
the stick.
Yep. It's just like over in Italy. Okay, in Italy, there's plenty of places and everything that are still around since like World War II, right? And they're falling apart and all this stuff, and they're historic buildings. But they're they're falling apart. Have you can't even live in the house, but they're selling them for like $200. Okay,
Jesus.
yeah, $200 for a house and the land over there. But the thing is you can't leave. You can't leave that place for 10 years, and you have to fix it up to the way it was before it was destroyed. So you have to spend almost like $2 to $3 million to fix this house back up to the way it was historically before you can leave, or you can't, or you can't leave. You have to stay there
Yeah.
until it's fixed. It, there's so many, like there's a whole entire village outside of Rome. I want to say Rome. They're selling the whole entire village and everything for $10,000. Whole entire historic
Man.
village, $10,000. But the requirement is you have to. You can be the mayor and everything of that village. I mean, the yeah, I think it's a mayor or whatever. And but you have to fill up. You have to fix every single house there. You have to make sure that any of the residents that come there to live and everything has jobs, has work, everything. And it's like you are in charge of a whole entire village for $10,000. But more than that, I mean, after everything's said and done. Oh wait, what? Come to the UK? Oh, trust me, Sophie. I would love to. I would love to be in one of the small villages outside of London, but one of my best friends, he's he's a lovely Brit also, and he told me the pay is so much better out there. The like especially for security guards, like he said most security guards out there make like $40 an hour. And
Damn.
yeah, and you don't have to do anything. You may have riots or something like that, but oh yeah, it's always free speech here, Razor. Always. I don't judge anybody for saying anything. It, this is the place where we talk and we discuss everything. We there's nothing wrong with that. Our fears, what to do with it, it's nothing's ever going to change on my website channel.
Yeah, that's like me until the day they actually take me down,
Yeah. Yes, sir. It's. I feel like it's going to get close to doing that soon. Free
Yeah.
speech, free speech channels and stuff like that. They're all going to get a ban hammers pretty soon.
No, that's like me. I was removed from a school meeting because I want to know why my child has to learn Chinese when she should be learning Spanish.
Yep.
Because America's 40% Mexican now.
Yep. Well, it was the same thing with me in high school. Like they told us we would never have to use Spanish ever in our life unless we go to Mexico. And they wanted us to learn French or German or something like that, and not something that is our next door neighbor. They wanted us to know either French because of Canada, because a lot of French Canadians will come down here, or German because a lot of Germans come over here for business. So, but they were like, Spanish? No, you don't need that. And here I am now. I can speak a little bit Espanol, but that's about it. Poquito Espanol.
And I didn't understand the words you said. Yeah. I don't either. Yeah.
A little bit. Like I know enough Spanish to get by because being here in Texas,
Yeah.
But take care, Sophie, sis. Love you too. You have fun dyeing your hair, girl.
Sophie.
Pretty soon, we'll run for about another 30 minutes. Then I gotta get off here, and I gotta go over to my good friend Shadow Scout Swede and be on his live stream. Like he's a good guy. He's a really good guy. If you wanna hang out with some more preppers and everything, after this, go over to Shadow Scout Swede. All three of the S's are capitalized, but it's all one word. And if you want to go over there, Wally, you'll see me in chat, sir. Or up on his panel, because usually I get up there on his panel with him for a little bit. It is Shadow Scout Swede. Let me put it in chat.
I didn't look it up. Yeah. I was looking for upcoming live, probably. Yep, there it is.
You take care, Razor brother. You be careful out there, bro. Shadow Scout Swede. I believe I spelled the Swede right. Yeah. I think I spelled the Swede right. I'm not with my spelling. Sorry about that.
Swede.
Yep.
But no. I just typed it in when you said it. So
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
yeah,
He's got a skull with two blades behind it. That's his symbol. Yeah,
and
his icon is a skull with two swords behind it, or two knives.
I think that's the show for today.
Yes,
Yep, that
sir.
was it.
Yeah, it's gonna be here in like an hour or so.
And then you need to freshen up before the show, huh? Because he's already got the link posted to jump up there, it looks like.
Yeah, yeah. I need to. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. You know, with me working and just barely, just waking up, he understands. He's working. He works like three jobs too. I mean,
Yeah.
even in Sweden, it's hard to make a living even out there. Like, but yeah, there's also, if y'all want to learn some good, if y'all want to learn some good, survival, camping, you know, and how to build stuff and everything, y'all need to go to one of my other brothers in the prepper and survival community. And it's Dave at Really Big Monkey One. And I'll put it here. Really Big One. That's his channel name right there. He is a really, really good guy.
Mm.
Hey, camping. You're not American, Joseph.
I liked it when I was younger.
Yeah. It it's changed a lot now.
But
Like, yeah.
think about, think about this, okay? If the collapse does fall, right?
Yeah.
Deer will probably be extinct in less than a month because that's going to be the
Yep.
first prime meat they're going after.
Yep.
And there won't be no deer season open.
Oh no. No. It If a collapse happens and everything, you have to think, like, Wally, how many neighbors do you have within eyesight of you?
Well, we live on a dead end and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, about 30 houses on this little street.
Yep. And each one of them have at least three mouths to feed in each house.
Yeah, some of them
And
more.
yep. And you have to think, even if there was 200 deer in a mile radius around you, look how many people is out there. And people don't know how to dispatch and save. People like to ration food. What they'll
Yeah.
do, they'll go out there and they won't just put down one. They'll put down two or three and take whatever meat that they can off of it and leave the rest to rot.
Well, not to
And
mention, do they even know how to field dress it?
right.
And get that poo poo clamped off there. You know how you band rectal and
Yep.
to keep from ruining the meat. Yep. When
Yep.
you cut them open. Yep. You got to be real careful,
Oh yeah, and
or they will kill
that's
you.
the thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. Most people that live day to day lives and everything, and never hunted in their life, are going to ruin a lot of meat.
Yep.
And nice Shire, how you doing, brother? but but the majority of people don't understand, and when fear kicks in, they they go into what's called solitary control. And solitary control is they will clear out a whole entire area that they're in, up to 10 miles all around them, and take every bit of wildlife, take every bit of like wild vegetation, take care. If they see berries, they don't even know what it is, but they're going to take it because they see that as food. Just like mushrooms, if they see mushrooms out there, they think, oh, well, we eat mushrooms in the store, so I can eat any kind of mushroom. And they will clear out everything within a 10-mile radius all around them, 360 degrees around them. And that's including deer, that's including rabbits, squirrels, whatever they can get their hands on. And 90% of that will go to waste because they don't know how to field dress. They don't know how to butcher. They don't know what is good meat and what is bad meat. And when it comes to organs and everything, they don't know how to clean that. They don't know how to dress that. So they think, oh, that's going to make me sick, so I'll just drop it on the floor. It's like how white people in the 50s and in the 50s and the 60s didn't know anything about chitlins until soul food restaurants opened up.
Yeah, and
And
probably didn't know what they were.
right, that was even the butchers didn't sell that stuff. It was the African American community that
Didn't
was
let
all they
none of the
could
meat go to
afford.
waste. Yep, they
Right.
didn't let the meat go to waste. Nothing.
Yeah.
They would
And
boil the bones to get the bone marrow.
yep,
You know how you boil? Yep, yeah.
they would get buckets of blood from when they would drain out whatever fresh animal that they were, and create blood stew and blood pudding and everything.
Blood's what makes the gravy.
Mm,
I
yes, sir.
should have said that. Yeah,
Yep.
blood and fat.
Yes, sir. What's up, my favorite little goblin? But the world, everything on an animal is edible. You
Yep,
know, it is society that has ruined us to think we can't eat that. And, it's disgusting. It'll make you sick. But our ancestors and everything from thousands of years ate every part. And, it's like the keto people, they eat bone broth now. And it's like, bone broth's been a thing for thousands of years, and we just gave up on it because that was too much work.
mhm.
It's like here in Texas, menudo. Menudo is one of the biggest and most loved Mexican soups, and it's made from you know tripe or intestines. It's made from pig's feet or cow's feet. It's made. Uh, it's got hominy corn in it, and it will cure you of sicknesses. Like if you're hungover, you eat a bowl of menudo, and that intestines and everything will absorb that alcohol in your system, and it'll cure you of a hangover. And it also cure like stomach aches, diarrhea, stuff like that, because it's the intestines absorbing that you're eating. What's up, Dom brother? How you doing? Hot mayo will never make you sick, Dom. It, it, you put Hellman's mayo on the hood of your car in the middle of summer, and you will attract anything to your area, sir. That's how you attract a Bigfoot. You just open the lid of mayo and let it sit out there for a while.
Oh, Bigfoot.
Yeah, I need to get back out in the woods. I need to do a live action, a live stream in the woods again, Wally.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
just
thought cutting wood that day was cool. When you was out there cutting wood, I just thought that was just amazing as shit. I haven't seen that for years. I used to love to cut wood.
yeah. Like, I need to show people how to split wood, like actual old school, like splitting wood with a with either a hatchet or an actual axe,
Yeah.
and because nobody knows how to do that either.
Yep. Take little chunks, slap big chunks.
Mhm. It's just what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? My pocket has a hole in it.
Oh no.
And my lighter fell out of it. I just felt it go down my leg. I need to patch. I need to patch my pants. Right, Joseph.
Yeah, I tried the mayo ketchup, the mix, I think it was called, oh God, I can't, where they mix it together, it don't taste as good as when you
Yeah.
put it on a hamburger, you put mayonnaise and then ketchup. That tastes
Yep.
better than that dip they tried to come out with.
Well, the main ingredient in mayo is eggs, so it's like
And vinegar, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
eggs and vinegar, and it's like you're mixing that with mixing that with a acidic, you know, spice, uh, ketchup, and it's going to throw that flavor off because you're having
Hmm.
a vinegar with a acid, and it's like that's going to combine and destroy your stomach. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of things like I saw this new uh emergency pack. Well, it's a to go meal that starfish made, the tuna people,
Oh,
and
chicken.
yeah, chicken of the sea or something like that.
Yeah.
And it comes in a MRE package and a Mylar package, and it is green chili Thai green chili or Thai green curry, and I picked it up and everything, and that is some really good shit. Like for $1.25, and
Oh,
you
can't
know,
do it. I like to take in the glue that's
yeah,
on my lighter. I like to pretend. I couldn't do it. I like to pretend like I'm levitating it. I couldn't do it that time. Oh, I sit here and pushed it all off.
right. Like I need to. I really need to do more with this channel instead of doing live streams. I need to make actual videos again, like showing skills, showing how to create bags. Like what I used to do when I first started this channel. I had so much motivation. I had so much
Driving.
willing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had so much drive. I had so much motivation and to teach. And now it's like, am I doing it wrong? Because I see these other channels and it's like they tell people to kill themselves pretty much with survival techniques. And, I really hate it's like beat a dead horse with a stick, but like after me and this one channel, we used to be friends. We used to collab a lot together, and he's got like 100,000 followers now on his channel, and but I've been watching his stuff, and he did a video of telling people to put fiberglass insulation in a tea strainer and setting it on fire to cook food and everything with in an emergency situation.
that's still going
And
to have emissions in it
yeah,
from the
yeah.
fiberglass.
And it's going to coat it with that fiberglass that flakes off of it and everything. And it's like, and this guy, he's never did construction. He, he's a bookworm, really. He does everything by knowledge, what he reads. And he read that insulation is highly flammable. So he did two and two. And he's like, oh, yeah, you could do this and make a fire and cook food or boil water or whatever on it.
I wouldn't do that. No,
Yeah,
because flame, not the flame, but smoke that comes up would have that emissions on it.
yeah.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? I would think it would. Just common sense would tell you that.
Oh, it does. It
Yeah,
does. Just the fiberglass by itself, like you can't ingest fiberglass. And fiberglass burns off. It doesn't. Fiberglass burns off and floats when applied to heat. So the fiberglass will stick to whatever you're eating or fall into whatever you're drinking. So you're going to have those fiberglass shards in your digestive tract, in your stomach, in your intestines, cutting you up on the inside. That's why when you put in insulation, you can't breathe. You have to wear a respirator when you're putting in fiberglass insulation because it'll fill your lungs and kill you. and he's just like, and he had like 50,000 views on that video, and people talking like, "Oh, I didn't know you could do that," or "I didn't," like, "That's an amazing idea. I'm going to try that day." And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, and
Did you want to quit a few minutes before his show? Because it just now said 15 minutes to showtime, and that will give you time to go
did it.
use the bathroom.
Yeah. All right, everybody. It, if y'all want to head over to my good friend, one of my good
I'll
friends in
post
the prepper community. Thank you, Wally.
I'll post it
Shadow. Yeah, if you want to head over to Shadow Scout Swede with me, and I will probably be on panel with him. If not, I will be in chat. Just let Shadow know that I brought y'all here, and get ready to have some fun over there. He usually runs like 4 or 5 hour live streams.
again.
So, yeah, he's got the unlimited,
Yeah,
unlimited stream yard. So, all right, everybody.
sure. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
All right. I love y'all,
thank you,
family.
Matt. I
Thank you
appreciate.
for joining me, Wally. We'll do this again, brother.
Okay.
Yeah. But I love y'all, family. I will see y'all over at Shadows. All right. Take care, everybody. Love y'all. Take care, family. Love y'all so much. Bye bye.